I guess I better go ahead and talk about this film because a lot of people are talking about the Joker film. And yes, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Now, I'm hoping to watch this film by Thursday because by next week on Thursday because I know that this film is coming out in a few days and I really want to watch this film. But thanks to a bunch of journalists who decided to attack this film and criticize it because they felt they had to make this conspiracy that incels were plotting to kill people in a movie theater, I personally didn't have an issue with this film. Personally, I don't have an issue with people. I don't have an issue with anybody. But the problem with this issue is that the biggest concern was a few years back, you may recall the Aurora theater shooting that happened in Colorado. And they try to correlate this with this film and try to bring up incels and Walmart shooting and all this other stuff based on the fact that this is about a fictional character based on, a fictional character in the DC Comics known as the Joker. Of course, well, I guess a lot of people felt that this film was going to be an incel film. And it's like, I don't have an issue with the culture. I understand that they're a bit lonely and also miserable. And yes, they get upset. But the problem is, it's hard to believe that these people believe in some conspiracy that incels are planning to kill people at a movie theater based on one film. Because it's hard to believe that. Because I think the problem here is they can't discern reality versus fiction, so they assume that the fictional universe of the Joker, which is an alternate storyline, it's not the Alan Moore version, it's just their own spin-off of what the Joker should have been in reality. And I want to watch this film because of that. I want to see how it turns out. Regardless of what the critics say about it, I don't really care what they say. I just want to see it because people are waiting for it a long time, hoping that this film would succeed. And I do like Joaquin Phoenix. He's a good actor, and I hope he does a good job with this film. But as far as I know, I'm glad that the Warner Brothers decided to do one thing right, to ban all the journalists who openly criticized this film because of the fact they revoked it access to the premiere of this film. Because of the one reason, because if the journalists who openly criticized this film tried to say, oh my God, this film is going to be about an incel trying to kill everybody, the truth is, they really tried so hard to discredit this film, criticizing it to the point where they caused a moral panic situation with the military and also movie theaters because they're concerned about that this would cause a shooting. But to me, I don't have an issue with this film. I think this film has a great concept, and I really like the actor that plays it. But the sad part is they're really over-exaggerating it way too much to the point that this film, and I think the problem is some of these people have mental issues, and I think they should seek professional help. And that's the truth that I feel. Because I think they can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, and yet they're trying to link this film to reality when it's not. It's a fictional story. It's a movie created to entertain people. And the problem is they can't discern reality, and they try to insert reality into fiction and try to tell everyone, don't watch this film. It's like the whole Boku no Pico thing. Like, don't watch Joker. It's a bad film. When I watched Joker shoot someone in the head, I was like, yo, what the hell? And then, and then 3 guys tried to jump Joker, and I was like, yo, what the hell, man? That's the type of situation right there. You know that meme that you guys seen of Boku no Pico, but they're trying to do this with Joker. Like 3 guys jumped him, and I was like, and Coco was his name, bitches. Coco was his name. It was a monkey named Coco, man. Like that's kind of what they're doing right there, and I think that's the problem. They're really freaking out mentally, and I think they should seek professional help because the way they're treating this film, they're really trying to put it down, and I think the reason why is because they're all getting bought out by Disney. Like there's like certain media companies that I heard and news outlets that are owned by a certain business, and they have stake in and partnerships and everything from what I heard that share the same business ties to Disney. And I think the reason why is because they have like stock and everything invested, and those media conglomerates do business with Disney. And from what I heard, there is a lot of issues around it. And this is like a conspiracy theory that's been going around about why they're attacking Warner Brother Films and why Disney is becoming one of the most popular movies, especially with their Marvel films and everything. It's getting to that point where there is some dirty dealings going around, and I think it has something to do with Disney trying to discredit and this is like a conspiracy theory, guys. Don't take it seriously. Don't take my but some people are starting to believe that based on the fact of how journalists are attacking this film, and they're treating the Disney movies and also the Marvel movies like they're the best films ever, when really they're not. Because I did see Captain Marvel, and I gotta say it was a terrible film. As far as I know, I gotta say that's all I gotta say about this. Leave your likes and dislikes and tell me what you think. I would like to hear your thoughts. Even if they're negative, I understand. Anyways, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, here we go.